You should let me do all the talking tonight.
Go for it.
Hello, everyone. RG. Hi, RG and Alan. How are y'all doing? I had to wear my cap, because the light hurts my eyeballs, and also because my hair is a hot mess. So I got this. Hey, Sarge. How are y'all doing tonight? Brian has been very, very busy. Hey, Don. I love the last episode.
Thank you.
You guys put out. Which one? Brian's or mine? Mine was the last episode.
Glad to see Dan is alive.
I'm glad to see Dan. Who's Dan?
Oh, Don.
Oh, Don.
Sorry, Don.
Hi, Dino.
Hey, Dino.
Hi. Oh, I already said hi, Alan.
Yeah, they at least I think maybe it's just because it's our place, but I think they're getting even more excited. They should get more exciting as we go here, I think.
Who's Dan?
I hope.
So I've been trying, this is my goal for December.
You're Dan.
You're Dan, Don. Hi, Cardinals Nation. Jared. That's Jared.
Nice red truckers.
So, can I finish?
Go
ahead. My goal was I wanted to challenge myself to try to put out a video every day in December. And so far, I made it a week. Hello, Red and April. That's okay, Sarge. Dawn forgives you.
And Dan.
Dan
forgives you.
Don, you need to make some videos. He's been very busy. He's been gallivanting about.
I think
about.
Yeah, I think we had a great day yesterday. Don was here yesterday. So yeah. So do you want to tell everybody a lot's happened since last week.
I was just kidding.
About you doing all the talking? Pam said she wanted to do all the talking.
Are you guys prepared to move in? I'm ready to move my bed out there, but it's a little chilly.
I'm ready to move her out there.
Once he gets the windows and doors in, I might want to sleep out there.
So busy week this week. So even though working on solar, 2 weeks away for Thanksgiving, a new video. Okay. So since last week, the video that I put out yesterday kind of represents. Sorry.
You are so good looking. That's what I say instead.
The video that went out yesterday kind of represents the work up until about a week ago, the last time we talked here. But since then, which I was really excited about, we were both really excited about. It was a big deal to get that box beam squeezed down. That was,
bless you.
Boy, it was a pain. Thank you.
It was really hard work for him.
But since then,
he got a face full of straw every day. What?
I was gonna say maybe nobody knows, but if anybody watches Pam either on Facebook, Instagram, or her channel, simply Pam, then you'll see some of what we did. We've had a lot going on this week. So since last week, after the box beam being connected, it was a pony wall, a short wall to make the high side of the building, and which I did in, I guess it was 2 days, I suppose, and I did it almost all myself. We did have our neighbor help me put them up because they were pretty heavy.
Oh, I just missed
to put up on the wall.
Sorry, I missed Dawn's comment that said,
which one?
That you were a great boss yesterday, kept the action going, and was very gracious.
I said it was a really good day, but then I broke into So here's what we did. So I spent about 2 days, mostly myself, and my neighbor helped me get them up onto the wall, on the pony wall, and then on Sunday, I guess it was, we did 1 day. It was our first kind of truss day, and I'd never put up a truss myself. We had helped Bill with his, but that was with my sister and brother-in-law here, and
we didn't
know
son. By the way, if that was going to work at all.
Yeah, we purposely just had a very small group of people because I didn't know how it was going to go.
Scott, and
there'd be a lot.
No offense, Scott and Sherry. And Kaden.
There's Sherry.
You look all bundled up. Oh.
So we
It's not
purposely
that
kept it
cold.
small because I knew
It's chilly.
I'd be trying to figure some stuff out. And yeah, our first couple trusses definitely went very slow. And then we kind of got in a rhythm. We put up 6 on Sunday with just 3 of us, me, my brother-in-law Scott, and his son Caden.
There were 5 of us.
There were 5 people there.
Sherry and I were there for moral support.
And then that taught me enough to know what I needed to be able to finish them. So there were 12 more. There's 18 total trusses. So we did 6, 2 of which were the end trusses, which were a little more complicated, a little tougher to put up than the others.
Don made it funny.
So we had 12 left.
Don made it funny.
What did he say? The only thing that I couldn't find the pony that the walls were for.
Trusses look great, very long. Did not realize the house was that deep.
Oh yeah. So we put up 6 on Sunday, and that taught me enough to know that with just either 3 or 4 people, which we ended up having 4, myself, Don, Jim from the Green Dream Project,
and Doug,
and our neighbor Doug
across the wash.
He could just walk over.
Yeah.
The 4 of us put up the last 12 in a few hours, really. So it went really well. Really pleased with it.
Hey, don't forget the work that I put in.
Oh, and what'd you do?
I made food.
All right, Pam made lunch. It was awesome.
I made food and drinks.
When Sherry was here
on
Sunday, I'm pretty sure she did. Yeah, nothing. She did nothing.
The corn break.
The corn break.
It was a corn break. Dawn left a pile of crumbs for the birds.
So yeah,
we had to put him outside because he was a little messy.
If you don't follow Pam on some various social medias, then you might not know that we made a lot of progress this week, and you'll see it. You can either see it, some of it on her. If
you want to see it faster, come over to my channel.
Or I'll be doing videos on those steps over the next week or 2. So
thank you, RG.
Inside joke about the eggs.
You should tell that story. If you're in the chat or just watching, don't forget to hit the
Hey, thanks,
up.
RG.
Oh,
Sherry's recovering. Whatever.
What's she recovering from?
Nothing.
Brian, tell that egg thing. Okay, so
you tell the egg story.
I don't even remember it really. Boy. I know I made a breakfast. I made Jared and Minerva a breakfast. I made breakfast, but Brian always complains about egg.
You made a big deal about how you were going to make eggs, and I think I was working. So Jared was over to help us work on something. I can't remember which project this was, but so I was out still working, and Jared and Minerva, I think, had come in, and they had started eating. I was doing whatever outside, cleaning up or whatever, and I came in, and there were no eggs for me. So
I can't even remember. It's been so long. I think that because there weren't enough eggs, I thought, Brian doesn't need an egg.
There were enough eggs because you ended up making it. You just literally didn't make it.
I needed to save that egg. I needed to use that egg.
Dino says
I was going to use that egg for brownies or something later on, so I didn't want to give it to Brownie.
I don't remember hearing that.
I didn't give it to Brownie.
They said Dino said for no truss experience, you guys did great. Thank you. Yeah, that was kind of a first. We had helped Bill with his, but every structure is a little different, so there were some differences, but it was very similar to Bill's.
Jason Hull.
Jason.
Hey, Jason.
So how long you're done? Where's the Gantt chart?
What's a Gantt chart? That must be a nerd chart.
Nerd. It's a nerd chart. We were retired to the nerdery with our calculators.
Nerderies. Excuse me. I have to.
There were enough. You just didn't make Brian any.
All right,
and I was starving. And
I was being stingy with my eggs.
You never told the brownie part. So now we know the real truth, which is she held back so that she could make brownies later. So she didn't want to give me eggs.
All right. I was being stingy with my eggs because I don't want to go to the store. I didn't want to go to the store and get more eggs.
So I think that should catch everybody up on where we're at. As I said, my next probably 2 videos will be probably about that pony wall and about the trusses. Thanks again to
Thank
Jim,
you, Jim
and
Don
and
Doug
Doug, and Sherry and Scott,
and Sherry and
and
Scott and
Caden.
Caden. Oh wow!
Those
Is
are
there
all
an
the people.
echo? Yeah, I just watched Pam's videos. They're faster.
They are faster. I'll give her that.
Hey, well, the reason why I started my channel is because I wanted to have some input.
Yeah.
I'm the boss of my channel.
So that's what's been going on. It was a big week for us, which is awesome. Now,
very big.
There's a couple more steps.
Oh wait, I want to say one more. One more thing.
Yeah.
No. I also want to say we had a couple of visitors. Terry.
Oh, just tonight.
Michelle came by and said hi. They bought some land over yonder, across the way.
We have new neighbors, but they're not officially moved in yet. They're just visiting.
They live in Oregon, but they're here visiting their little. They have a little cottage like Dawn does.
Yeah.
And they already got it.
This will be
insulated.
Tonight would be their first night staying in it, I believe, right? It'll be nice.
It's so exciting for them too. And they came by and saw the house and everything.
They'll be warmer and possibly more comfortable than we are tonight.
Probably. They don't have running water.
Because their cottage is okay. But their cottage is insulated. I'm sure much better than this thing.
We definitely have running water.
Hey, Bill and or Yvonne.
Oh, hi guys. Hi, Bill and Yvonne. Creative direction or something.
You're the creative director of your channel. So the other thing I was going to say, so yeah, great week, great progress, but a couple more steps to actually having it covered with a roof, right? So we've got to do a little. I've got to create the overhang on the sides with something called lookouts. We'll use 2x4s to kind of hang out over the sides. Put some fascia board all around everything. And then we can put the plywood sheathing on.
Oh, there she is.
Hi, Mom.
Somebody just had a birthday.
So, let's see.
Oh, can I say about you? He spent a very large amount of time putting the big tarp on, the Carl's Jr. big giant tarp. And I said, this is not going to happen.
You can see it's the right thing to do, right? It was
I just didn't think it was possible. He got it done. He was amazing.
It wasn't pretty, but we have one tarp over the roof right now. We're going to do a couple more tomorrow.
It's Shirley, my mom-in-law, that has had the birthday.
It was Mom's birthday this past weekend.
But Brian was. His legs will probably be sore tomorrow from climbing.
I got up and down the ladder about 1,000 times tonight. Yeah, so.
He moved the ladder about 1,000 times, and I was like standing there holding the ladder, so he didn't.
I basically had to push a tarp.
It's not John's birthday. It was Shirley's birthday.
Thanks. It was May 26th. Yes, it was my mother's birthday just recently.
Hey, Don, you had the same birthday as my sister Connie.
So the unfortunate part is that we do have rain in the forecast.
She'll never hear
it. Looks like it's pretty likely to happen, and we will not, even though the trusses are on, it won't have a roof yet. We're close to the roof, but it looks like we're probably going to get rained on before we get the roof. So we spent tonight, and we'll spend a little bit of time tomorrow covering it up. Yes.
I would like the floor, please. Oh, I want to say happy birthday to Yvonne, because we realized I think Yvonne just had a birthday.
It's going to be cold. Tarp and Staples nails. Actually,
why didn't you think of that?
Well, I don't want to staple or nail a tarp.
Oh, he doesn't want to.
Problem is, with the wind, it would just rip right through. It would rip right off.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Staples and nails wouldn't really.
We have winds.
Wouldn't really hold it.
Hades.
So I don't actually want to attach it that way. I tarped over and I kind of bungeed lots of Staples. Sure.
They'll just rip out. It's already, his tarps are not.
And actually, when we cover, it has to be you have to be able to cover and then remove and then recover and then remove and then recover. So I don't want to, poke a bunch of holes in the tarps either. So
we got one side covered, or
we've got it partially covered. We'll work on it again tomorrow. I think we can get it covered up pretty decent.
Could you have done that without me? I mean, I feel like I want to say he needed me, but
I got really high up on the ladder. That was a little it was a little shaky on the ladder.
Let's not gloss over the fact that he had a bit of
Oh,
phobia.
well, I got up on the wall, on top of the wall, and I do not like heights, so I was not comfortable.
He got frozen with fear from heights and had to be removed.
Oh,
Surgically
Yvonne's
removed.
traveling again.
Oh, well, I hope you're doing okay, Bill.
Yeah, so
Are you doing all
Jason,
right? I
yes.
hope you're doing okay.
So
I hope you're doing well.
the plywood delivery, the plywood will be delivered by Lowe's on Monday. So starting Monday, as soon as the weather will allow,
Javelina's
I'll be
cheating.
getting that sheathing on the roof as soon as possible. And also, so they're going to be delivering
Oof.
plywood and underlayment, you know, kind of a paper or sort of it's a synthetic underlayment.
How's Jason
Ultimately,
doing?
I'll be putting a metal roof on, but that underlayment will protect us for, you know, around 30 days, give or take, before we get the metal roof on. So,
How are you doing, Jason? I know Jason. Jason is a big like car buff, and he takes old cars and restores them. He is like the wizard of old cars. I would like for Jason to get one of those old Camaros from the 80s because that's what I used to drive.
ooh, someone's got snow coming at the end.
And I want, of course, I can't pay for it, but
Jason's always building a car, isn't he?
He's always doing Mustangs. He's got a lot of old Mustangs. Not a good time with the weather. Tar paper?
Dawn wants water.
Or whatever.
It's not exactly tar paper, but it's the same idea, but it's a synthetic.
I see it's gonna rain and snow.
So yeah, that should be that'll hopefully the sheathing will be coming next week. But you know, there's more rain chance. They're low possibilities, but we'll see. I'll just have to keep an eye out on the rain and get it on there when I can.
Oh my gosh, Jason has 5 cars. Oh, I know. I see him on Instagram.
I'm gonna start calling you Jay Leno.
Jason Leno.
So yeah, so that's what so in the last week, big progress, pony wall trusses, and coming up, hopefully in the next, not this week because we got some things going on, but and maybe not by the next live, but hopefully sometime next week. Again, sort of weather depending. Hopefully we can get the sheathing on pretty quickly. And I've already talked to the metal folks. They don't have a very long. They don't have a very long lead time. I think 3 to 5 days. They said basically to get the metal. So basically, when I'll wait to ask for the metal until I'm really ready for it, and they should have it here within a week. So
now that I finished my water catchment, the rain will pass me by. That's the way it usually goes, right?
You have a cap stapler? I actually didn't know there was such a thing.
Cap staples on that roofing underlayment. You're welcome.
Is there a difference between? Are cap staples a different thing than cap nails? Bill, if you remember, you helped me with the roof on the shed.
Hey, Jared.
And we put that underlayment. I have cap nails, and they're actually the same cap nails. I just had a giant bucket of them. I still have them. So they've got the cap, but they're a nail. I don't know if a cap staple is different than a cap nail, but it'll be those cap nails, those same ones. But I appreciate it. Thank you. Anyway.
Hey, I have a question.
That's what's going on.
What are we doing? We're on those tires. Oh my gosh. MLP.
Craig Stern.
MidlifePrices.
MLP. Nice.
What's up, Craig and Nikki? Is Nikki there too?
So what's your question?
When are we gonna get some dirt up against the front? Because I'm tripping.
So
I'm
tripping. I can tell you right now, the answer to when are we going to anything, the first answer is after the roof. Nothing, you know, the roof is the focus right now. But after the roof, sure, I do want to do some more. I want to do some more dirt.
You did a video about a cap stapler?
I actually did a video about it. Yes, it's actually a cap stapler. Works like a hammer stapler, but sets a cap between the staple. I vaguely remember
that. That was a while back. It was a while back.
Oh, I missed that one.
Where's your videos?
Where are you getting your
Bill,
roofing
when's the
metal
next
from?
video, Bill?
Red and April asked about our roofing metal. Thunder Mountain Metal Sales. We've gotten, this will be our third order from Thunder Mountain Metal Sales. We got our shed metal from there. We got our carport metal from there. And this will be our third time. And it'll be from 3 different locations, actually. So the first time we bought from them, they were in Huachuca City, I guess, sort of close to Sierra Vista, but I think it was officially Huachuca City. The second time they were Tucson.
Sierra Vista.
And now that's what I just said.
Oh, you said Huachuca.
I said
Oh.
it's close to Sierra Vista, but it was technically, I think, Huachuca City. And now they actually have a location in Benson now, so it'll be from 3 different locations. But we've been very happy with them. Of course, the prices have gone up pretty dramatically
Man,
since the last time I bought, but I think that's pretty.
Where the
I think
prices?
that's pretty much par for the
She's
course right
working
now.
on something.
So.
She can't come to the computer right now.
Oh, Erwin Clamps. I'll tell you what. I got my Harbor Freight clamps a while back, and I thought they were fine, and I didn't use them a ton. But the more I use them, and the more I see how awesome clamps are, I might invest in some better clamps at some point because they leave a little bit to be desired. Our Harbor Freight clamps.
What about those metal ones? Are those Harbor Freight?
No, I have some bar clamps that do a fine job, but the trigger type, those ones.
Yeah.
It would be nice to have some Irwin clamps. You got a $40 package. I'll have to see what you can get for. They tend to be a little expensive, so that's why I didn't do the Irwins in the past. But it'd be nice to have.
I'm very tired.
So what else? So where are you getting the metal roofing? I answered that, and we've been very happy with them. But again, it's the price has gone up for sure. It's almost double for the metal than what I spent when I did the shed, our first metal roof. What else is going on?
Thumbs up.
Thanks, Craig.
Oh.
Yeah, where are those likes?
One-handed squeeze clamps are great.
So yeah, I mean the Harbor Freight ones, they're the same. They're the same device.
$40 package.
But they,
4 of them with 2 different sizes.
they get weak and they don't really.
What's that noise? Blue
Somebody
car.
Going up? Yep.
Blue car.
Blue car.
We know it's the blue car.
You could probably find some.
If you're looking
Good job,
for
Jared.
clamps, you could probably find some.
Good job, Jared. Pushing our Amazon storefront.
Jared is the only one who knows how to use our Amazon storefront.
Wow.
He's got it down to a science. Is that?
Yeah.
He's got it down.
It's good to hear, Bill. Bill says lifetime guarantee on the Irwin clamps. That one of the reasons I was okay with buying the Harbor Freight clamps is many of Harbor Freight's tools.
Oh, that is worth
are also lifetime guarantee. And actually, I had a Harbor Freight clamp where the handle actually broke on me. I've had them for maybe a couple of years
Craig.
now. And I brought it in, and they gave me a new one. But the problem with the Harbor Freight clamps is they really do kind of they start to not clamp so well. So. They're just not as good as the Irwin,
Craig,
that's for sure.
We really appreciated the palm nailer.
Thanks, Craig. Oh yeah, also thank you to Craig for the palm nailer. That was
I did
borrowing
say
the palm nailer.
We said it multiple times in our last 2 videos.
We've used it before. Yeah. We appreciate it. It is an awesome tool. We'll probably get one at some point, but we haven't bought one. So really nice to borrow that thing.
They were throwing your really palm nailer around and dropping it and stuff.
Who dropped it? Who dropped it on the ground? Scott into a pile of straw, luckily. But
yeah, Brian. Brian found a couple of places.
I thought I heard the palm nailer. Yeah, they make some noise. Palm nailer's loud.
Hey, I'm trying to tell Don something. Brian found a couple of places where the nails weren't in exactly perfect, and he's like, "Hey." It was funny. I said, "Hey, you don't say a word, mister." He said, "Yeah, you're right. I don't say a word."
So
I thought I heard palm nailer. I'm so thankful I didn't palm nail Brian's head. Anytime.
I think that was Dawn's first experience with a palm nailer. So
yeah. Oh, it was all Jim. It was Jim's fault. I really like that part where I was standing there filming them and they dropped the wood.
Oh yeah.
They dropped the wood.
So we're putting braces between the trusses, just the little spacers basically to kind of keep them rigid and spaced and a little bit plumb, I guess. But every once in a while, if you're not careful, that spacer before you get it nailed in, it'll just fall out if you're not real careful. So
one of them, you said one of them almost hit Don on the head, but he didn't realize it.
It was close. It was close. Don was in the danger zone a couple of times. We didn't have any hard hats. We were pretty careful, but there were no hard hats.
Luckily, no one was injured.
I think everybody had glasses and gloves, maybe, but I don't know.
Oh, and he saw some of Scott's work.
Are you using a different crew for the sheathing and underlayment? Yeah, I'm using Craig. The problem, The problem with the sheathing and underlayment is,
Ah.
like I said, it's the timing of this next step is going to be largely based on the weather. So it's probably going to be sort of a last minute call. Craig, hopefully we can get Craig down here for it, but
You're gonna get Craig here?
well, he said he might come during the week this next week, but we're gonna have to make maybe some last minute calls based on the weather.
I was just kidding, Craig. I'm kidding.
So we'll
Craig.
see. I'll do it myself if I have to. It'll be a little slow. When it comes to the sheathing, to tell you the truth, two people, I mean, obviously moving the sheathing around will be a little easier with two people, but there's only one, since we'll be using for the sheathing, I imagine we'll be using the framing nailer, but there's only one nailer and one compressor. So two people won't necessarily speed that job up other than moving the plywood around, I guess.
If you had another hose,
but
I saw that there were 2 attachments on that.
You could attach to one compressor. Sure, you could. You'd have to have 2 tools. Of course, you could use the palm nailer.
Craig,
and
you and Craig, 2 tools.
I suppose Craig probably has a hose.
JK.
Maybe we could bring a hose and we could do.
Do you have a hose, Craig? An extra hose?
So, but when I do the metal,
but you need 2 tools.
Since the metal is all screws, and you can use basically a driver, right? And I've got 2 drivers. 2 people putting the metal in might speed that up quite a bit. So we'll see. But I can do it all myself. It'll be a little slower, but it's not that hard of a job. But I suppose the big thing with the sheathing will be a piece of plywood up. You know, that'll take some time. But it'll be all right. No big deal. So I think that covers what we accomplished this last week and what we've got coming up and our plan coming up. I think that's about it. Do you have any questions? Does anyone have any questions?
My mind is a total blank.
I believe that.
As per usual.
I believe that.
Hey, I've been working a lot.
Confession time. My palm nailing wasn't perfect.
Hey, we appreciate it. Even if it was not perfect.
I went around now.
Oh yeah, that's okay.
To be honest, I checked my own too. I went all the way around all the trusses today, and it's because what was I doing? I had a reason. I was up. Well, obviously, when I did the tarp, I was up there, but I was up there for another reason. So I basically just went and checked all the nails, and anywhere they weren't driven in all the way. The palm nailer, even though it's great, sometimes it won't quite finish all the way. Sometimes it leaves them a little short of going all the way in. So I went around with a hammer and just I banged a bunch in, but I did it on my side too. So it wasn't just you guys.
Bill says I might be able to help you with my tractor.
You know, my neighbor, thanks, Bill. My neighbor, Doug, had an idea. I don't know if they'll be able to pull it off, but because it is, and I don't even know if you could, Bill. The problem with, what Doug suggested, which I think is a really good suggestion, he said when they deliver it, if they have a forklift that they use to kind of take it off and whatever, he said, if you could get them to put it up on the roof, that would be nice. Now, you'd want to probably set it in a couple of piles or whatever, but I think that's a great idea. The problem is that our foundation is kind of a little bit up off the ground and blah, blah, blah. So it's pretty high. I don't know if they'll be able to get to it. And Bill, I'm not even sure if you'd be able to get that plywood up there. I'm not sure, but I appreciate the offer. We'll see. I'm not sure.
It looks like the pony wall went up quickly. Did everything go? Oh,
I think
there's one of my videos.
Except,
one of my videos where Brian, I'm like, you're not going to be able to get that up there, Spicoli. And Brian's like, oh, I can do it. And he's like, it started wobbling back and forth, and I had turned off the camera and ran over and started trying to help, and we just couldn't get it up there.
Before I answer Craig's question, what you're looking good in the toque? What does that mean?
What's the hat?
Is it
the toboggan?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dawn. Is that Canadian? What does that mean? What's the toque? But for Craig's question,
called a toboggan.
As far as going as planned, I thought that I would be. So I built the pony wall in 3 pieces. That whole wall is about almost 34 feet long. So I built it in 12-foot sections. Canadian for wool hat. Excellent. I built it in 12-foot sections. I thought, and I built it on the ground. I built the whole structure on the ground. Bottom plate, studs, framing for a window, so a header and stuff. And So I built that on the ground, and I believed that I'd be able to walk that 12-foot section up a ladder and put it on the wall. I
Erroneous.
was wrong. I couldn't do that. So the only thing that didn't go as planned is
I tried to tell you.
Pam couldn't help me with it, unfortunately. And so we got our neighbor Doug, and boy, Doug is
It's
awesome.
because we didn't have 2 ladders.
I
Doug
called
brought
Doug.
a
That was part
ladder.
of the problem, sure. I called Doug and I said,
Sure.
"Are you busy right now?" And he just ran over in a couple of minutes, brought an extra ladder,
Bless you,
and
Doug.
we put those things up. So that was the only part that got me, was I couldn't lift it up there myself.
In Texas, we used to call this a toboggan, which Brian used to make fun of me for.
Use plywood clips for the sheathing. I will. I have plywood clips left over from my shed build. A bunch of them. I have a bunch of the cap nails for the underlayment that I used for the shed. So those 2 things I bought in big bulk packages. So I have plenty left over. So I will use those. Everyone calls it that in Canada. I haven't heard that before.
Did you
Pronounced
decide to
toque.
go with 1x2 windows in the pony wall?
I went with one. Well, let me think about it. 1x3. 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 Basically the same window that I put in the bathroom. Yeah, a little. It's basically just a little bit of a ventilation window, a little bit of ambient light, but it's to allow some airflow. 1x3 slider, 3 wide.
Brian got to drive a Tesla today.
I did. Our
He
neighbor
sent
got a
me to
new
the
Tesla.
store, sent me to the grocery store.
Our neighbor got a new Tesla, and he let me drive it today. It was awesome.
And when I came back from the grocery store, I was like sitting outside honking the horn, because I always honk for Brian to help with me with
And
the
I wasn't
groceries.
in
I'm
there.
like, "Where's Brian?" And then all of a sudden, I was like,
I was out on a test
"He's
drive.
not coming
Boy,
out."
those things are sweet. It was awesome.
And he locked the door, so I went to open the door, and the door was locked. But then he showed
The
up.
Tesla rocked. Yes, it was super cool.
It's really.
I had never even
it's
been
really
in one
impressive.
or driven one, and it was everything I thought it would be. It was
I
great.
did not get to go
It was
for a
great.
ride in the Tesla.
Well, you could have. You didn't want to.
Well, I
You
wasn't
chose
even
to
here.
leave. You chose to leave.
You didn't have cereal.
you
You
could've-
made me leave.
It wasn't
You're
breakfast
like,
time.
"Get out of
You
here."
could have gone after. I'm like, get out of here. Anyway, yeah, that was cool.
It's time to wait. Wow, how nice, Brian. Okay, it's time to build a charging station.
So Doug was over here yesterday when we did the trusses, and yeah, we kind of gave him a hard
talked
time
about it.
for not bringing the Tesla over. I said, "Hey, are we going to run some hot laps around the neighborhood or something?" So he brought it over today and let me drive it a little bit.
Hot laps.
It was nice. What else is going on?
Did it smell good inside? Like new
Oh
car?
yeah, well it's leather too. So,
I didn't get
yeah,
to sit in it.
It was
So.
nice. It was nice.
Are you guys going to throw up some major tarps?
That's the plan. So
I don't think he heard the part. We said it at the very beginning. I said Brian was amazing because I did not think that he would be able to get that tarp.
So we put up one tarp this evening.
It's a giant Carl's Jr.
It is, yeah.
It's got
It's a billboard tarp. It has a big hamburger on it. It is 48 feet wide and 14 feet. Well, I guess let's say 48 feet long and 14 feet wide. So we went over the trusses, basically like a roof, and it is long enough that it draped over the sides partially as well.
And I tried
and boy, what a pain to get that thing up there.
I did my best to motivate you by saying there's no way.
You'll never do this. You shouldn't be doing it. She was giving me other ideas that were bad ideas. Brought to you by Carl's Jr.
Whoops, sorry, Pam. Okay. Okay.
So we have to do some more tarping tomorrow. And throwing them over the roof is really only part of it. We have to.
That tarp's not vegan. Not to the eye.
That is right.
I don't know what they make them out of, but
well, maybe it's not meat.
Yeah, you don't know that. You don't know if that's meat.
But yeah, we have one big tarp over it now. We have two smaller ones that we're gonna also, I think, go over the roof with tomorrow, and then because we're putting them over the roof, that'll kind of protect, I think, the inner walls. We won't have to worry about the inside bales, and then we'll sort of wrap the outside with some tarps. We probably won't get every little square inch covered, but we'll get pretty darn close.
Craig,
that's a good one, Craig. We're gonna have to throw that in. We're gonna have to throw that in.
Craig is funny, but hey, I gotta really give it to Brian. He made it happen, and I was being
Debbie
Downer.
She was really bringing me down.
I didn't want him to get hurt.
She said, "Why are you doing that? You can't do that. That won't possibly work." And I
Wait
knew
a
what I
minute.
wanted to
Whoa,
happen.
whoa. I just said
but it
this is
was
impossible.
Oh, I only said
This
is
is the
impossible.
impossible burger. The impossible
How many bales do you have left over? Not a lot. Not as many as I thought, actually, but not bad.
We also still
yeah, we're still going to use some more, by the way.
yeah, for
But,
benches and filler.
no.
And,
There's not a car outside, is there? Sorry.
it's just passing by, I think.
We are going to use some more bales for under the windows, so we're not quite done with them yet. But I think there's maybe in the teens, maybe 20. Maybe in the teens or 20. Got to go to the store.
Thanks for coming
Thanks
by,
for coming, Jason.
Jason.
Thanks a lot.
We miss you, Jason. You're welcome anytime.
I think we're in the neighborhood
if you ever get bored.
We're close to 20 full bales, and I've got a couple of partials too. But I think I'm going to try and do partials under the windows. So I've still got a little bit more bale work to do. I'm not in a hurry for it right now, but it won't be structural. But I think we're going to use some more. So we're going to be pretty close, actually, to what we bought.
Bye. I don't know what happened
to
my back. That's about
what we ended up with, too, about 20. Okay,
my back is broken. I went and got some x-rays done on my back, but I haven't. They said, we'll call you on the 16th and tell you what's wrong with your back.
Yeah.
So
you got that to look forward to. Smash that thumbs up. Good call, Craig.
Crack the whip, Craig.
Where's my thumbs up? Where's my thumbs up, y'all? What else?
My back is broken.
Oh,
That's
gosh.
oh
gosh.
Every morning I wake up and it's painful.
Any questions?
I don't know why, but
I can't promise I can answer your question. I'll admit, as I've been saying a few times along the way here, and this is on purpose. It drives me crazy, but I have purposely ignored a few things and kicked them down the road. So you may ask me a question. If you ask me a question about the future, I might not know the answer. But I've purposely kind of pushed some things off because I will be paralyzed if I don't. So
one day at a time, one step at a time.
So I can tell you the focus right now definitely is the roof.
You don't want to overwhelm yourself. Hi, Ben.
Any good junkyards
Ben
around
Johnson,
there
hi.
for reclaimed materials?
We found that. We found a store.
All that well aware.
Remember that store we found? What was it called?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Windows and More? I want to say it was Windows and More.
Window Depot in Tucson.
Window Depot. But they have all kinds of stuff.
Oh, they do have a lot of, yeah, sure. And that's not a junkyard, but
we'll use them. We'll use those things.
Yeah. You have somebody that use straw. Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Window Depot is really good, though.
Window Depot is
really
great,
like their prices.
Bill, I don't remember if Bill ended up actually buying from Window Depot or not, or if you found it late. I can't remember, but I think we got that suggestion from Bill. It is a nice place. I don't know if we'll actually buy any from Window Depot yet or not, but it was a cool place.
We will definitely use Banker.
And it had a lot of other stuff. It had doors and countertop, marble and stuff. So that it was a nice place.
Also, just looking on Craigslist, sometimes they have free stuff.
I don't know personally about junkyards. I'm actually not sure.
There is a dump in Sierra Vista, but I haven't ever been there. I haven't tried it.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, cool.
Window Depot. Awesome.
Oh, I was just asking him today about ordering windows. And
I did. I bought the replacement picture window. Oh, okay. Yeah. I remember.
Yeah, I like their prices. I like their countertops too.
Yeah. I did my research on windows because we do want a couple of special windows on our south side with the different heat gain coefficient numbers. So I've done my research because we were gonna pull the trigger on that before the monsoon, and then we kind of went on hold there for a little bit. So
the answer is no, Craig.
So I think I've done the research I need to do. I just need to refresh myself and go back. And I'm sure, there may be price changes and stuff, but I think it shouldn't be hard for us to get our windows because I did pretty much the research a while ago.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the answer is no to
Do you
Craig's.
Do you plan on running the water and electrical before you have the insulation sprayed? Possibly. I to tell you the truth, really? I won't be unless someone can tell me a reason. I won't be in a super hurry to get the insulation in there. I don't know if there's a reason to be in a hurry for it.
Not if we're not moving in, right?
Right,
I mean,
right.
we're not going to be
So I've
living
thought
anywhere.
about that a few times, and if I am going to be, I don't know exactly where I'm going to run everything just yet. But I mean, if things are going to go up in the ceiling, I may hold off on insulation if that makes sense. We'll see. I'm not sure, but I don't think I'm in a hurry for the insulation unless there's a reason. We'll see. We'll see.
Maybe we should
What else is going on?
wrap it up.
Anyone wants to wrap it up?
I'm really tired. I'm sorry. I don't sleep at night. My back's hurting. I have an ear
I figured
problem.
the insulation could insulate your hot water lines. Maybe.
Oh.
Also, with strawberry, you are naturally insulated.
Strawberry.
A huge deal. You are. You are.
I keep hearing noises outside.
Yeah, we've got some traffic going on up and down the road out here. It's a little weird because everything we hear sounds like it could be literally right outside the door. So we always have to kind of check. That's what's annoying about the noise around here is we always have to look because you never know. It sounds like there's someone right outside your door. Yeah, I guess that's about it. I mean, I don't want to cut anybody off or anything, but I think you're all up to date. Let me know if you've got any other questions. Shout it out if you got anything.
His videos will be a little bit behind mine.
My videos, yeah. So you know what's kind of upcoming in the videos or the stuff we just talked about. That's what'll be upcoming.
He just doesn't have the time that I do.
And hopefully we'll be able to talk about a good bit of progress next week too. But the weather's going to drive a little bit of it. And we're doing a move. Help my sister move this weekend.
Helping someone move.
We'll be a little busy this weekend. We're going to lose a couple of days this weekend. So that and the weather will dictate how far I get this next week. We'll see. But the materials are coming. So thanks, Bill.
Oh, Matt's showing up. Matt, we're about to say goodbye.
Hey, Matt's got a name and a picture this time.
Oh, hi, Matt.
Good job, Matt. Yeah, thanks, Bill. It looks so much more like a building now. I mean, every step along the way has, the bales going up was nice, but boy, those trusses on top make a big difference. Even just throwing that tarp over, we got a feeling of a roof there briefly. So that's kind of cool. Welcome, Matt. I think we're about done.
We're wrapping
we're not running, but if you've got a question or anything, let me know.
Malin, hi,
hey,
Dad and Malin.
Hi and goodbye. Thanks. I think that's about it. The size of this home is super nice and spacious. Yeah. So
it's going to be so much.
If anybody didn't know, it's about. I was really shooting for. We targeted the same size as our carport, which of course has no walls, but the carport kind of base is 30 by 24, and that's what we were going for. Now, just the way the tires laid out for our foundation, I ended up at about, I think, 31 by 25, which is, I believe, 775 interior. 775. So it's a good size, I think. And it's really, since it's just it even though I'm really happy with the size, it would have been tough and I think a mistake to try and squeeze in like 2 bedrooms or even 2 bathrooms. So I'm glad we're just doing kind of like 4 rooms, bedroom, bathroom, living, kitchen. That's it.
There's going to be room for so many activities.
So those rooms should be decent size. I mean, they won't be gigantic or anything, but I think they'll be nice. So I'm really happy with the size. And to accommodate, to have an extra bedroom and an extra bathroom, I think we're going to do some outdoor stuff. So we'll do a little
eventually we'll be doing the casita.
So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the size of it.
House.
It feels pretty good. Of course, we don't have any walls in there yet, so I'm sure that'll change it a little bit, and the roof and things will change the way it looks right now. But I feel pretty good about it.
And you're going to have to you'll have to make a little well house with a pump and all that.
Sure.
Yeah,
sure.
And you also have to get dig a trench for the wires.
There's lots left to do for sure. Do you think you'll get your permit signed off before you finish the inside of the house? Probably. I think that is very likely. Very likely. I mean, the permit guy literally told me.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I asked him. I said, "What do you need when you come back? What are you going to care about?" And he said, "So they did the pre-inspection basically for setbacks of the house." So I said, "What are you going to care about? When should I call you?" And he basically said, "When your lights are installed, your outdoor lights are installed. They don't even have to be operable. They don't have to be hooked up. He just wants to be there to see the outdoor lighting, and that's enough for him to kind of check the box." So I think it is highly likely that we will be signed off permit-wise before it's actually, before the inside is done. I think that's very likely. Okay, y'all. Well, sorry we're heading out. What you got here, Matt? Thanks for joining. Thanks to everybody for coming in. Hit that thumbs up button on your way out if you haven't already, please.
Thanks.
Keep coming back. I think the videos are going to be pretty exciting. They're pretty exciting to us right now. There's a lot going on.
Very exciting.
Hopefully the videos are fun. Well, that's interesting.
I've never seen this show. What does that mean?
Well, it looks like the emojis in Red and April's thing. It kind of asked me if I wanted to allow that comment. I'm not sure why it triggered that.
That's a cute emoji.
That's interesting. Good night, Bill.
Thank you, everyone. We really appreciate it.
See you, Dawn. Thanks again for your help. Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Hopefully it's been fun recently and will be fun going forward. I think there's a lot of exciting stuff going on. So
thanks for stopping in.
Hopefully you can keep up.
Thank you for stopping in, Cynthia.
Thanks, Cynthia. Night, Mom.
Night, Mom.
All right, we'll talk to you guys all next week. Thanks. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.